Hi, my name's Pimook. I'm a sophomore, currently studying finance and accounting at San Jose State University. I'm from the Bay Area, around the East Bay, near Hayward, and I hope you enjoy this thing I cooked up for you guys. How did I first get into this hobby? Well, when I was around 4 to 6 years old, during this time, any form of video games seemed like an unattainable or mythical object to me, and I just really wanted these things. I was lucky enough to finally get my hands on it on my birthday, or it was a Christmas present, I can't quite remember. But I remember I got a Nintendo DS and a game called Nanostray. Now, Nanostray was an arcade shoot-'em-up game where you control a spaceship and you fly through levels and defeat all the enemies and its respective bosses. It was a blast to play, and I loved this game and I constantly played it. If it were to show up in front of my face right now, I'd play it right now. I would play it. But how did this even pull me into drawing was due to me thinking, oh wow, these enemies, the designs, the bosses, the levels are just so cool. They're so cool. I gotta draw them. So that's what I did. Looking back, I guess it was my way of doing fan art before I knew this term. So yeah. So from then on, I would just draw. Every day at school, I would draw. Every single class, I draw. Every single meeting, I draw. And every time the teacher opened their mouth, I draw. It's kind of funny. I would draw so much that my papers from top to bottom would be filled full of weird, nonsensical stuff. The front and back too would be filled. And I don't even have to write my names. I remember forgetting to write my name once, and my teacher knew it was me because I'm the only one with the paper full of drawings. And that's a funny story for you. As to what drawing has taught me, I think one of the important things drawing has taught me is that just don't be greedy. And how that even relates to drawing is that I really like art supplies. I really like fancy schmancy art supplies. I want the high-end stuff. I want the biggest canvas. I want the best pigmented paints. I want everything. But that doesn't mean you're gonna be better. I kind of connect this with the example of one kid with the worst shoes but the best skills in basketball, and one kid who doesn't have as much skill but wanted the best shoes. So yeah, it's all skill, work ethic, time, and some talent if you got some. So that's one thing I learned. Now, another thing I learned was that you have to be patient. These drawings take time. In the past, I've just spent 5 minutes or 10 seconds doodling weird stuff, but now that I've accumulated enough tools at my disposal to create something decent, it could take a long time. If I really wanted to, it could take half a year, take a month, take a year maybe. So you got to come to terms with that. And that's one thing I learned. You have to be patient, as in all things. Drawing is a really good way to relax yourself. It's a really good way to pass the time. That's mainly the main reason why I did it. So it's good. But the last thing I want to say is that everyone can draw. Anybody can draw. If you think you can't draw, that's a lie. You can draw. You can do it. Just draw whatever's on your mind. If you think of, apple pie, draw apple pie. You want to think of, the sun exploding, draw that. Doesn't matter. Don't even think of how to draw it. Just do it. And you keep doing it and you just get better. Well, that's the end of my segment. I really hope to meet you guys in the near future, hopefully when this pandemic is over. One positive thing that's come from joining this group is that I get to meet a lot of new people and we get to exchange ideas. And I know these conditions aren't really ideal, but we'll make the most of it. And we'll really make the most of it once this pandemic's over. So I really hope that I can meet all of you guys. All right, anyways, that's enough for me. Peace.